Welcome everyone to the 2023 Sunstein Open at 501 Disc Golf Course. We're at Ware, Massachusetts. This is our third Sunstein Open. We changed things up a little bit with the series. We'll talk about that a little bit later. In the booth, I also have a very special guest, Kyle Moriarty.
I am doing wonderful. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to watch this final round here of our, one of the best tournaments, one of the best series, the Sunstein one here. We've got some amazing players on this card.
Here we got Dylan Capaccioli.
Yeah, Dylan had an absolute fire round. He shot a 1063, I believe, first round. If that's not the course record, I really don't know what is.
Yeah, I think it was the course record. I mean, on blues, -9, that's pretty unheard of. And starting off with your world champion, Paul Krans, coming off a 1036 round. He is 3 back from your leader. He shot -6. Pretty good round at 501 blues, all things considered. And your defending champion, your 2022 Sunstein Open champion, Harry Chace, coming from Rhode Island. He's having a phenomenal season, and he just won an A-tier at Warwick.
Yeah, but don't forget about our fourth person on the card. We got a young Wyatt Mahoney. The kid is legitimately a kid. He is 12 years old, if not 13 at this point. And man, that boy throws a Warden like nobody else.
Making his debut on the channel. I'm excited to see what he has. I've heard a lot about him, and he's a lefty, so he's going to show us some lines that we have not seen before.
So that's going to bring us to hole number 1. It is a par 3 at 300 feet. The players are going to be looking to get out into this field, and you're really looking to start off with the 2. It came in as the 5th easiest hole, so you're really trying to get this birdie to start off. You have a little bit of the nerves here being your first hole here. Looks like Dylan has nothing faster than, I believe, an FD1, possibly a Firebird, and he just kind of pulls it a little bit to the convenient branches in the airspace.
Yeah, with a 3-stroke lead, he's just probably thinking, just get up there. And I'm surprised we haven't seen the shank like that from him in any of the coverage before, so he might be feeling the nerves. I mean, that might be it.
Yeah, Paul absolutely parks this one. That is just too easy for him. Wyatt's going to be stepping up here with looks like a mid-range. I believe this is a Truth, and he has so much touch.
Yeah, he's a great thrower. I mean, just from that shot right there, you can see that he trusts his disc, and that was his Truth. You're going to see he's going to throw his trust a lot as well as his Truth. His trust is his blue one.
Yeah, and, you cannot say enough about Wyatt. We got Harry on the box right now. Do you know what Harry's throwing?
Yeah, he's going to be throwing the FD1. He's just going to be looking for that overstability. Oh, gets a great skip. That was a great toss by Harry.
Yeah, playing for a skip is not always the most consistent thing. You can see the rocks on the ground here. Dylan's approaching ESP zone. That's his bread and butter. A forehand up shot. But, must be some first hole. He's up again.
I don't know what it is. I feel like he's a little jittery right now. But if he dials, no problem.
Okay, that puts the round back on pace here. You hit that big putt. You get save your par. No harm, no foul. Perfect. Yeah,
averaging 2.74. I mean, he didn't get the birdie, but he knows he must get the par if he wants to stay on this opening run here.
Yeah, Harry from a little bit closer, this is probably 20 feet. See the wind starting to pick up.
It was a little gusty. It was about 80 degrees. We had a beautiful day compared to last year with that rain. And, this is just what you would expect to see in summer disc golf. I mean, this was just a lot of fun. A great day.
Wyatt stepping up. See, he's got the cross breeze. Oh, he just puts it too low.
And Paul's up to save his birdie here. He's closer than anyone else, and easy tap in with his P1X.
Yeah, he just has such a clean little putt snap. It's so consistent. Just comes out of his hand so smooth. And Wyatt walking away.
And he's playing so well. I mean, I haven't seen anybody just makes leap and bounds like he has last year personally.
All right, so we have hole number 2. This hole, an alternating green on odds, blue even. So this is 496 feet. This is a par 4. This hole is the easiest hole for the round. This hole averaged a 3.49, so that's 0.51 strokes under par. And Paul's just taking a mid-range, throwing it into the gap. That's that MD3, correct?
Yeah, that's his favorite MD3, and he trusts it to have that stability, get over that rock wall, and just kind of, he's not going for a big shot, which I really respect, because, I mean, it is an easier par 4.
Yeah, Paul's showing off his advanced maturity as a disc golfer, where he goes, I don't need to throw a huge shot. I can just throw 2 decent shots and get my birdie. Feels like a par, but...
Absolutely. And Harry's actually going to go big boy. He's going to go with his DD3. He wants to get up there. I think he's looking eagle. He's smelling eagle.
Yes. I will say there were 2 eagles on this hole. I'm not going to say who yet. But, you just saw that drive, and do not put anything past Dylan to possibly get this one here.
No, absolutely not. Taking his Halo Destroyer. He leaks it a little high into the right. I think it's a fortunate kick, but we'll see where it lands.
Yeah, if that lands either right on the edge or somewhere in the middle, that is a gift. So Wyatt's probably going to be throwing an Orbit Grace, possibly.
I think he's throwing his truss, actually. He said that he's kind of pulling a similar situation with Paul, where he's not going to go extreme with his driver. I think he's going to go mid-range here.
Yeah, he had a great reaction off that wall, kept him right in the middle, right in the money area. Oh my goodness, look at this. Dylan, that is so fortunate. That is a great kick for oof.
And another somewhat good kick, too.
Yeah, he is. For those 2 shots to end where he is, that is a very good gift. It's a, hey, man, keep your train rolling here. Let's go.
Absolutely. I mean, 1064. I mean, there's only a few times that people in New England have shot anything above 1060s, and, he pulled it off.
Paul making that upshot look easy. Nice, simple forehand. This is going to be a Warden out of Wyatt, and he's just throwing it up, letting it glide, giving himself kind of a no-stress birdie right there. That's a simple putt.
I like that style of golf, and I don't want to say it's old man's golf, and in terms of the tee shot and then the upshot, but he just made it very textbook, very simple.
Well, realistically, when you're looking at this hole, there were 36.
There was the eagle bid.
36 birdies and 2 eagles. Is this a par 3? If this was a Disc Golf Pro Tour event, this would definitely be a par 3. The 2 eagles were Dave Norman II and Nate Hartman. Dude, oh my.
Yeah, very unfortunate rule. And it's still going. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to David and Nate with those eagles. I want to know if they were putts or if they were throw-ins. That's all I care about.
Right. Dave, I can see Dave having a little putt. He's got some power. This is big. This is another putt to save par. And this par feels like a bogey for sure.
Yeah, and he's just got a shaky... Oof. Ugh. Not the start that you're looking for, but I'm glad that he didn't kick his bag or anything.
Yeah.
Things could have gone south real quick there.
That's the maturity of Dylan this year. Last year he would have done something a little bit different, but this year, he's taking it like a true champion. He's really maturing, and I love seeing that out of him. And that was a weird miss by Harry. Harry is not someone that I expect to be missing like that.
No, that's not a defending champion opportunity there. And Paul's saying he's going to take the 3, no problem. He's doing a little shimmy. Thank
I love
you.
seeing that.
Yeah, he's got a great attitude on the course. I love seeing it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun watching that come out more and more as he feels more comfortable on the course. He's no longer just the quiet kid that throws really far with perfect form. He's starting to develop a really good personality, and we love seeing that.
And I think the vlogs are helping, so keep it up.
Yeah. All right, hole 3, par 3, 192 feet. It's a simple hole, but there is definitely some danger to get yourself into here. This came in as the 3rd easiest hole, so the players were really feeling it. The best shot is a right-hand forehand shot, or that lefty just kind of stall hyzer. Playing the height is huge here. If you get your disc up high, it prevents it from going too deep into that backside, and you can still throw it with enough force. If you throw it too low, you're going straight into some woods in the back for tough putts.
And Paul's taking his FD3, smart choice here, and I mean that looked perfect. I don't know what to say.
You can see he threw it high and hard, so you're not having to be as touchy on a 190-foot hole. Wyatt looks like he's throwing, looks like that trust again.
This is the slammer, the Sakibon slammer.
We need to tell him that he needs different color rims, because that's the same color disc.
No, that was a great throw, Wyatt. You're right there, and you're going to have a putt. Pick 1.
He's ready to start rolling. Harry throwing his trusty glow P2, puts it on a little anhyzer, sends it a little deep, but gets a great kick off that back tree line. Wow.
That's a great kick, and he's parked.
Yeah.
Probably seen that P2 a lot.
Dylan throwing something a little bit faster. This looks, so he pushed it a little flatter and lower. Didn't quite get that height, and it kind of stayed a little straighter than what he wanted. This is another nervy putt for Dylan, but I'd love to see him make this.
Yeah, he just missed the other one, and he said, nope, I'm coming back for you.
There we go. That's the Dylan. Ooh, he's got the headphone in, the earphone. Is that new? Did he start with that?
I don't know if he started with that. That's a good question, but I think he wanted to get back into the zone, and that clearly helped.
Yes. I know the couple times I've played with him this year, that is something he's done, whether he started the round with that or kind of shifted to putting that in, and that's just helping his focus, and clearly it works right there. Paul got a little bit more than what he'd want left on this hole for his birdie.
Oh, geez, snuck it right through with this P1X, right over the rim.
Never had a doubt.
He's such a good putter. I mean, and you know, he's probably feeling still good about because he played the skins match the night before. We didn't talk about that, but Dylan and Paul, they were all part of that skins match with Simon the night before. So, first blemish it's not even a blemish really. It's just a missed putt.
Yeah, well, he missed the putt on 1. He's missed the putt on 3. You know, Wyatt's just so young. I think that's where you see it right there, where he doesn't take just a slight extra little second to get a little focus, and his putt is very fast. He putts very committed, which is a good thing and can also be bad if you're just a little off, if you're feeling a little nervy.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Paul's is very slow, if you notice that.
Yes. He's in for par.
Yeah, I mean, I said blemish, but really par is not bad. I mean, it's 2.63. It's not like he took a bogey there. So tell us about hole 4, Kyle, here.
Hole 4 is in pure uphill 322 feet. And this is, one of the issues here in New England, where you have what the PDGA sees as 322 feet, and it's a par 3, so people should be taking that 3, whereas guys, guess what? This one's 65 feet uphill. This hole played as the 3rd hardest hole to par. So This is difficult. It's a tight alley. If you don't commit to your shot and you're off by a little bit, those trees can put you in some punishing spots. We'll see what Paul ended up with. But this hole is an absolute gem here. One of my favorite holes on the course.
Oh, absolutely. It's a beaut, and there's a couple of them on this course you're going to see.
Oh, this looks so pure from Harry, just a little low, but got the great skip. He's up there. He's going to be looking at a long, probably 45, 50-foot putt for the 2.
Yeah, great rip with his DD1 there and showing us the power that you need to have on this hole.
Dylan gets over on his forehand, gets the same great skip, puts it even closer than Harry. What a shot. Wow.
He's like 35 feet. I don't think I've ever seen a flick go that far on this hole.
Yeah, so Dylan is a predominantly forehand player. That's what he trusts in. That's the shot that he wants. So now he's starting to feel good.
Mm-hmm. He's settling in for sure.
Yep. Wyatt, raw power, just nice little flip up, probably with an orbit grace there. And hey, nice. Good old T-sign that's got myself, bottom right, Sam Henderson, Dan Lipperini, Shane Wyatt, and Jay Ham. Or not Shane Wyatt, Shane Rookie, sorry.
Bring back the hair. That's all I got to say.
Ooh. That's a very nice, mature upshot. Getting himself close to the basket, not trying to force a small gap. So he's saving his par. Really not going to be losing strokes.
No, smart play. And for being so young, this kid is also playing really smart. He didn't run anything. He's not really, he's playing good golf, and he's keeping up with some of the best players in New England.
No, he's impressive. He really is impressive, and I'm very happy anytime I get to be on the same card with him. Ooh.
Harry's just a little low there.
Yep. Just a little bit. He's not reaching up to the top of the basket. He's kind of extending to it. Dylan, there we go.
Not like this guy.
And that right there is the one birdie on this hole for the day. So
Shout out to Dylan.
Yeah, one birdie on this hole. That's what reflects in the stats right there. That's crazy.
That was a 1060 pump, I'll just tell you that.
Yeah. Ooh, we get the flashback to Dylan after we just saw Paul. I like it. Oh, yep. Dead center.
Bring it back a little bit, and he's still jamming, you could tell.
Yep. Yeah, the earpiece is still in. I don't know if he's getting secret security messages, the Men in Black earpiece, who knows?
Well, either way, all you guys are playing for $1,000 today. I mean, wow. So much on the line here, and this is the first time I've ever sold out a 72-person pro tournament with just pros, MPO field.
So that takes us to hole number 5, 402 feet, par 3, and this one came in as the 5th hardest hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 5th hardest hole here. So this is a tough par 3 to get, 402 feet. This is slightly uphill, down another tunnel. And that $1,000 prize you're talking about, huge thanks to Sunstein for everything they do for all of the, New England disc golf, not just Massachusetts, but all of New England and, the Pro Tour, how much they're helping support that. You really can't say enough about Sunstein and Steve. It's amazing.
Yeah, Steve Abreu and Sunstein, they put so much effort and money into these tournaments and these weekends. I mean, this has turned into not just a 2-day event, but 4 days if you include the skins match, So, right. I mean, it's a big, big deal, and we're just so happy to see so many people attend these events.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Dylan has. The forehand shapes up really nice for this hole. If you hit it down the middle, if you leak it out early, either left or right, going backhand or forehand, it's going to be a really long hole.
That's going to be a tough scramble for him. And Paul's probably thinking, well, now that I'm tied with him, I'm going to try to make a move and just lets it slip a little bit.
Yeah. On a day like today, it is hot, it's warm, it's sticky. Mm-hmm. Not overly hot, but just enough. And grip is it's a real thing.
Yeah, and Harry's taking his FD and putting it on a rope here.
Yeah, that would be the disc golf bra witness me FD for sure. He was lacing lines at cogs with that thing and is still jamming on it and feeling it. So
Welcome to 501.
Yeah. Time to shine. Yeah, he hits a nice little side door alley. It's not the intended flight, but it's up there. There's a lot of lines on this hole, which is nice.
Yep, absolutely. And it's a forgiving hole as long as you make it sort of stay to the right. Left side's just jail.
So here's Wyatt. This looks like a Grace flipped up just into a tree. He tugged on that just a little bit. This is in his wheelhouse, and he wanted it for sure. Oof. This is interesting.
Yeah, not much you can do with a line like that. I mean, that's typical New England golf, where if you're just off the fairway, this is what you're going to see.
Yeah, that's tough. That is a really tough line. Paul has a tough position as well.
Yeah, probably even tougher, I would say.
But you don't
way more in there.
You don't see Paul forehand too much either.
No, but he got out. It looked like he got
as
much as he needed to. I mean, it looks like the best they can do is save bogey, though, so they're really going to have to work hard.
Yeah, especially for Dylan. He was a full throw basically from the basket still with probably zone. Ooh, and he's not happy.
Juice there. Yeah, that was a little too much.
Yeah. Nice little shot of Dan, the Snyder, our cameraman. Hi, Dan. Wyatt throwing definitely throwing another Warden.
Beautiful looking shot here. Come on, come back.
Oh, good play. Oh,
whoa.
See, I was going to say good play of that hill hitting up high and letting the hill push the disc down, but that just had so much spin on it and momentum that it just kept moving.
I feel like a lot of these greens do have some elements, though, some slopes, and it gets tricky fast on these greens.
Yeah, this 501 is not easy. Your greens are very challenging to approach from far away, and even on a longer putt, it gets in your head if you hit off the rim and disc lands on an angle. If it's not getting caught on a rock, it's going to be moving. So this is Paul's upshot again? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of a putt, but tough to see him struggle considering he just had 3 birdies in a row.
Yeah. Let's see if Wyatt can connect. Oh, just off.
And that was for his par, I believe.
Yes, that was for par. Dylan. Oof, that was to save bogey.
These guys are probably telling each other, let's get off this hole.
Right, yeah. Except for Harry. Harry's having a great time.
Actually, let's take it back. Harry's having a great time. You're right.
Yeah. This is when, a player like Harry's sitting there, you go, okay, I'm 3 strokes out of it. And you're sitting there, you're looking at the bird, and those guys just double bogeyed. So guess what? We got a tie ball game.
Absolutely.
Harry just put himself in a tie for the lead here on 1 hole.
Well, I think Harry was coming in at 6. Now he's 7. So.
Yep.
But Paul's down to 8, and Dylan.
Oh, that was just single bogey for Paul.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And Dylan, though, he just took a big number. Yeah.
So now he's 1 stroke behind Paul, but he's going to be tied with Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
So Harry put himself right in the mix. He is truly Harry chasing right now.
Nickname of the year right there.
Oh yeah. There we go. Good
I believe it's a double bogey for Dylan because that's a par 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an easy hole.
Hole number 6, the hardest hole on the course. This hole has 0 birdies on it. Look at what this drone is flying. Kudos. Did you fly this, Raivis?
I did. This was all me.
Yeah, so the rock wall that you see on this right side is out of bounds. So if you go over this rock wall, you're out of bounds. And then there's literally 1,006 trees on this fairway that you do have to miss. And then an elevated basket on some rocks. So your best drives are landing 50 feet away and you're not running that putt. And then you have a super tight window off the tee. You have to miss trees. There's a basket in the way as well.
Yeah, I mean, Harry went with his FD1. He just wanted to get up there, get a skip, but It's just not allowing him to do it.
Yeah, if looking at this whole stats and you say, yeah, this is a good par 3, you got to really sit with yourself and rethink your course design philosophy. Either make it a par 4 or clean up a fairway a little bit. And that's always my conversation with Bill, the owner of the course, and we'll see if it comes to life one day. That's a great shot for Wyatt. Puts it looking right down towards the basket.
Yep, that was his warden, and pretty much where you want to be. You just want to be past that patch and in the fairway.
Dylan going to his forehand, ESP zone. He gets it to hold on over. We'll have to see what kind of line he looks.
Going back to this hole, I think there has been discussion about moving the pin, or the tee pad to the right of where Harry is back there, and make it more of a straight shot. But I don't know if that's going to come to fruition.
Yeah, this hole needs something, whether you keep the tee pad there or thin out some of these lines and trees and give the players an actual ability to score in a positive direction instead of just trying to get par and avoid taking bogey or double bogey. Like, we'll see exactly where Paul landed. He could be either 10 feet or 30 feet. Dylan approaching with a long jump putt. He might have that V tree to contend with right in front of his lie there.
And this is that perfect spot, that landing spot that you were talking about right there.
Yeah, there we go. And this is the shot. Put it right up on the rocks. Tap in, par.
Perfect execution by the young gun there.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I mean,
that was a very nice touch forehand.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive there. I don't know if he was mad or not, but
you throw it hard enough and keep it low, it's not going to go through a rock. So
I just didn't know if he knew that he was going to go almost above that rock. And yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to be way closer than that. That was a good circle's edge putt there.
Yeah, you can see he had to move quite a bit to get there, and he's climbing up onto some rocks. And if he missed that, that's a really tough miss. But, we got Paul Krans. He's not missing those putts. Yeah, great run back.
P1X right into the left pocket.
Yeah, that was a good pace, good putt. But yeah, look at Dylan outstretched here, trying to get around this tree. Great putt.
Yep, back to back. Good putts, saving pars. What you need to do on this hole, being the hardest hole in the course, like you said.
Yeah, with no birdies, you've gained strokes by taking a par. This hole averaged 3.61, so you've gained 0.61 strokes by taking a par. Oh boy,
it's crazy. Plenty of bogeys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Wyatt there with his par, so that's nice, and seeing 3 pars and a bogey, that's pretty good for a card. Hole number 7, 253 feet. This hole is dead straight, or you do have that outside hyzer lane for a right-hand backhand. But the whole thing about this hole is distance control, because it's easy to just send this disc deep. So to get your disc to sit by the basket, that's where the challenge comes in.
Yeah, I would assume that Paul's taking his P1X here and just lacing it right down the middle. Perfect shot. Is
that a P1X or that pink tactic?
I don't think that would have been tactic. That would have been way too stable for that type of floaty shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Wyatt definitely going with his Warden. Oh.
Yeah, he loves that Warden.
Like I said in the intros, I've seen him throw Wardens better than I think anybody else I've seen. I've played with a lot of dynamic sponsored guys, and he just has such great control with it. Dylan puts a great move on this.
Yeah, I believe that was his tomb. He's been loving that disc.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it from catch cam angle. Let's see. Just beautiful, slow stand up. Is it a tomb or is that a Praxis?
I I apologize. It might be either the
Yeah,
Praxis.
that's a Praxis. Come on,
Yeah.
man. I know a Praxis when I see one.
I was going to say, it might be his Prophet, though. He's been loving his Prophet, too.
Don't mess with me. That's a Praxis.
All right. And Harry says, oh, after feeling so good on the other few holes, he was taking his P2 there.
Yeah, he just pulled it to that right side cluster of protecting trees. Wyatt getting real crafty. That should be close enough to save a par.
Yeah, absolutely. He was in some trouble there. I didn't realize that he got such a bad kick there.
Ooh. Yep, simple up and down right there. You got this nice rock from where the angle that Harry was at, where you could kind of run the putt into the rock. So let's see if we can get this dagger right on into the basket here, Wyatt. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. That's
smooth as butter. Great
that's the Wyatt we expect to see. That nice, just spin, snap, committed, firm putt right to the center.
That was huge. That was the safe par. I mean, that was just to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, massive. Great putt.
A single putt can cost you hundreds of dollars in these tournaments. It's crazy how that we've come this far.
Paul, simple little putt for birdie.
Nice two there, getting back on track again.
Yeah, and then another birdie from Dylan. So Paul and Dylan are separating themselves again from the Chace man. It takes us to hole number 8. We are playing to the blue basket here, and a fun change for this tournament is that this hole is now an island green. And if you are not on the island, you have to go to the drop zone, which is that first bridge that the drone just had at the bottom of the screen. The island is probably about 140 feet wide across. There's a little bit more room to the left than there is to the right. And it's basically all of that kind of grassy dirt area. If you're in the short stuff, that's the out of bounds. And I think Paul just squeaked inbounds through it.
It's hard to tell, but he kind of got a weird skip back. But yeah, this new island hold had a little bit of teeth.
Yeah, this, I don't know if this hole particularly needed the island. It definitely makes it exciting for sure. Because this hole became a must get to, and now it's like, this is a must par at worst case scenario. I'll tell you the stats on it right now.
Yeah, while you're looking up those stats, Harry's going to be throwing his P2 again, and he's got to nail this. If he wants to stay in the mix here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Getting a bad reaction there.
Yeah, so hole 10 kind of comes right into the middle of the pack. The 10th easiest hole. Average 3.03, so it averaged just over par. So, it added an element where, it's still the same kind of shot. You're just adding in more bogeys, less birdies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it made the ratings better, though. To be fair, I compared the ratings to some of the other times we played layouts, and it seemed like it was a little harder. Yeah,
typically the more OB you add to a course, the better rating you'll get because you have more score separation.
Mm-hmm.
So, as course designers to think, adding in tasteful and good quality OB, your course will rate higher. Oh, what a tough miss for Paul there.
Yeah, that's a tough break for him, considering he was actually still in bounds there.
But he's still going to gain a stroke on Dylan. He's taking his 3, not taking a 4.
Yes, no, absolutely.
There we go. Good birdie from Wyatt. Love seeing that bird.
That's 2 great putts in a row from Wyatt after missing a few of those in the beginning portion. And you can tell that he's feeling good.
Yep. Yeah, you can see Steve even giving some clap, giving Steve some love.
And Harry's going to be saving his bogey here.
Nice. It was a good putt. That's a putt that can, get away from you. You're having not the best round. You've had some off putts, good connection.
Yeah, because you can just check out very quickly. You know, even if you check out for 2 seconds, it can cost you dearly in these tournaments.
Yeah. All right, that takes us to hole number 9. Definitely not hole 89. All right, don't worry about that. This is just 9. We've not played 88 holes yet. It's 253 feet. It's a par 3, and this thing is uphill. This is the longest 253 feet that you will find. This hole comes in right in the middle of the pack for difficulty, average 2.89. So this is definitely a hole that a player's looking at. You go, I can birdie this, but you gotta throw a disc. This is basically a full max drive with either, 7-speed, 8-speed, 9-speed, 10-speed, even distance driver for some.
Yeah, and I can't believe Wyatt threw his trust there and got way up there. And Paul's got up there too with another look.
Yeah. Paul's throwing, is that an instinct?
That was his instinct.
Yeah.
Green one's the instinct.
Yep,
And
this is...
Harry's got a great pull there with his FD, his witness bra, right?
Witness me. Can't wait to watch this fly.
Just a good pull. Taking a bogey on the last hole. He's not too happy about that. And, oh my goodness. Oof. That might have been the closest I've ever seen on this. And we played a few times on this one.
That's a man throwing that's frustrated and full commit.
Ah, what a
beautiful shot.
Yep. This is why we watch the lead card, because these guys are good.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a connection here from downtown.
Could it be 3 in a row?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And Paul's going to eye this birdie. Uphill, though, putt. It's a little tougher than it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you can see the difficulty. The rocks can give you some tricky footing. Whoa. What is happening here?
Maybe he rushed it? I must have slipped. I can't imagine anything else there.
3 odd putts from this lead card that you don't expect to see.
After some great drives, too.
Yeah. Yeah, after, you have drives like that, you're expecting to hit those putts.
Absolutely. And Wyatt trying to par out here, moving on to the back 9. And there's going to be a huge backup on 10, so there's no rush.
Right, they're taking their time here,
Yeah.
closing out this front 9. We got some interesting scores.
Yeah, no, Paul's looking pretty good with a steady lead at -9. Dylan Capaccioli's at -8. Harry's at -7. And Wyatt right in the mix at -5.
Hey, speaking of that, it looks like one of our sponsors, 978. Almost. Good job, guys.
I tried to make it work, but it didn't. So, but yeah, thank you for 978 for being there, helping with the amateur payouts and everything like that. We love having them on site and provide waters as well as all the tournament needs when we need them. And yeah, can't wait for the back 9.
Yeah, let's do it again, buddy.